What's up guys, JO for the StarCraft Vault, and today I'm going to be casting a game between oGsMC and EGIdrA. IdRA's going to be the red Zerg, he's going to be at the left hand corner of the map, and MC is going to be at the right hand corner of the map. He is going to be the blue Protoss. This game is from the MLG Columbus, and it's lucky I got this. It was on gamereplays.org. If anyone wants some good quality replays, then you really want to go there. One of my friends is actually being a douchebag on Skype. He realizes I'm casting and he's just being a bit of a turd, so give him some hate for that. And MC actually saying hello all my fans, I actually watched this game live, and the crowd literally just went crazy when he said that. There was like some crazy Japanese Koreans at the back just going mental, like backflipping and eating rice at the same time. It was pretty crazy. So if we get the game underway, actually just want to point out this is between EGIdrA from Evil Genius and oGsMC from Team OGS. oGsMC did come over from Korea, as well as Losira, and I think MMA came, and Bomber as well, but I heard something about Bomber missing his flight, so I'm not actually sure what actually happened to that. I didn't see him in any replays, and I haven't heard that he's been on any of the MLG streams so far, but I know it's like voted games or something like that. The people vote for the games they want to see, and the MLG will show that. And I just want to say a quick thing that MLG, I've been watching it, it's been super professional, really good. I think that esports really need that, and StarCraft needs that in general, just this professional attitude. I mean, they've flown in Artosis, they've flown in Tasteless, Day 9, DJ Wheat, all of these really good casters, professional casters that are really going to make the MLG feel so much better. And in Dallas it wasn't particularly great, but with these casters I feel that it's just going to be so strong, especially if they start mixing them up. I know Artosis has been casting with Tasteless and Day 9 with DJ Wheat, etc, etc, but I think if they mix it up, and the Plot Brothers, I would really like to see that as Day 9 and Tasteless cast. That'd be awesome. I think if they do this sort of thing, maybe they're just going to try and get the sort of beginning games out of the way. I got a bit of FPS lag there, not sure what's going on. Probably one of my friends speaking to me on Skype and it's just lagging me out. But I really think that if they mix these guys up, I think it'd be awesome to see. I really think that would be really interesting. The Plot Brothers casting, that I would actually pay for the premium just to see that. Just going to speed it up here, as the replay bar does tell me this game is going to be quite long, and as you all know, I am restrained to 15-minute uploads, so I'm going to be putting it at ×2 for a little bit, just probably for about the next couple of minutes, as if I remember correctly, not much crazy stuff happened at this point in the game. IdrA has got his hatchery down, it is over halfway done, that is going to pop soon, whereas MC going for a fairly standard gateway and cybernetics core build. And one of my friends just ringing me there, being a total turd. Oh, you really need to pick your friends carefully, don't you? And John Hurd, you don't want him to be your friend. He is a douchebag. He's probably going to hate on me for saying that, but he can get over it. He's, that's the last time he'll message me while I'm casting. So if you want to hate on him, leave it in the comments below if you think he's being a bit of a turd. So anyway, I'm just going to fight for it because I'm so professional and so pretty goddamn awesome. And these Zerglings did clean up some little probe scout that was out there. However, the Zealots and Sentries are going to clean up those Zerglings, no problemo. And it looks like IdrA really taking a commanding lead in the economic state of the game. MC is getting his base expansion down in his natural expansion. It's fairly standard play so far by both players. IdrA is going for that fast expansion style that we have seen him doing recently, and he gets so far ahead in the economy by doing that. However, his food count is staying exactly the same as MC. MC and IdrA are the best macros in the world at this point in time, in my personal opinion. I think they're both excellent players, and I think they both have excellent macro skills, especially in Brood War. When IdrA played Terran, his macro was rivaled by none. Only the Koreans could match him, and obviously MC is Korean, and I really feel that with their training regimen over in Korea, that they've got the ability to keep up with players like IdrA. And I don't know how IdrA does it, but he is just so good at macro, and it does look like he's going to be having his third base here. I didn't see it go down, but I've seen it pop, and this is just going to put him so far ahead. MC caught up temporarily with his second base. However, now IdrA is on 3 bases and he's just extending his lead. so far. MC going to be getting a Void Ray out of this starport here. Chrono boosting out of Phoenix as well. Maybe this Void Ray is just going to be going over here for some harassment. Is he going to go straight to the third base? 2 Spore Crawlers are down, as IdrA did see that with the Overlord, and the Void Ray is just going to pop straight in here. 1 Void Ray versus 1 Queen. I wonder how this battle will end, but it's not going to end very well if IdrA doesn't fight back. He brings his other Queen up just in time. Clutch Queen movement there, great movement, and the 2 Spore Crawlers are going to be finished, so the Queen is unneeded, and he's just well, she, I should say, is just going to move straight back down to IdrA's second base, as the third base is it's defended quite well, so the Void Ray can't actually do too much damage. There are 2 Phoenixes out now, and they are probably going to go Overlord hunting. I don't know if they saw that one there, so it seems they did, and they're just going to go pick it off. It's just going to explode in an explosion of guts and bile and juice, and it's just going to fall on the cityscape down here. I feel sorry for the pedestrians where all this crap just falls from the sky on top of them. And IdrA is going to be getting the missile attacks level 1, so he's ahead in the upgrades here. If MC doesn't go with the upgrades, I don't even think he has a forge down at the moment. He doesn't have any forge, so he's going to be really far behind in upgrades, because IdrA's attacks level 1 is nearly finished, as well as the groove spines for his Hydralisk, as he did put down a Hydralisk den somewhere. I'm not exactly sure where it is, but it's there right at the back, pumping out that upgrade. And the Phoenix is doing so much damage with the Void Rays coming in now, going to take out 1 Queen. There are 2 more Queens of IdrA, however they both get picked up, and they're just going to get taken out so easily by these Phoenix and Void Ray combination, as until these Hydralisks come out, IdrA cannot defend against this. They can just repeatedly get picked up. The Void Ray is just on maximum power now, and the Phoenix have so much energy they can repeatedly bring them up, as well as the Phoenix amount is just so high now that Queen was thinking, maybe I'll attack this, maybe not. There's 5 Phoenix there and a Void Ray. I think I'll give it a miss. If he can take this Roach Warren down, that's going to be a huge benefit for MC. However, IdrA now with Hydralisk out with that Spore Crawler is just going to be firing away, but I don't think MC really cares at this point in the game. Groove Spines has finished and more Hydralisks come out. This is going to be easily enough to defend against the air force of MC, and IdrA doing really well to hold that off here, playing very well in the macro start, enabling him to continue with his 3 base production and allowing himself to extend well in front in the mineral and Vespene gas counts. His mineral count is hovering over the 1,000, over 9,000, over just 1,000 mark, and he's just so far ahead at this point in the game. I'm just going to switch it back to ×2 just so I get under the 15-minute mark. We'll just follow these Void Rays, actually. Not Void Rays, they're Phoenixes. And they're just going to be floating around. They're just going to be sitting idle, sitting pre. And Blink is going to be researched by the Protoss player, oGsMC, as well as Protoss ground weapons level 1. However, Glial reconstruction and Zerg missile attacks 2 coming down for IdrA. He's just going to be extending his lead in the upgrade war, so far ahead of MC now with his huge amount of Hydras, and continuing to produce roaches, as well as they are not a very gas heavy unit, unlike Hydralisks, who do require 50 gas each. However, that's still not a lot of minerals, of Vespene gas, I beg your pardon. That's not a lot of Vespene gas per unit, and this army is quite sizable from IdrA now. Just going to be trying to take the Zelnaga towers, going to be pooing creep out with all of his overlords, and going for a 4th base, which is already at completion, as well as MC going for his own 3rd base. However, he thinks maybe I'm even with IdrA at the moment. 3 base versus 3 base. No, you are not. I kid you not, oGsMC. You are very far behind. IdrA has his 4th base, and the supply counts are just astonishing now. IdrA with 169 supplied to oGsMC's 136, and it does look like he's going to push out with this astonishingly large army at the moment. Hydralisk and Roaches. However, the Observer sees everything, and oGsMC is going to be able to prepare for this, get a nice concave with his Stalkers and Sentries. If I was him, I'd go to some high ground. However, he's just going to be manoeuvring about here, trying to defend against this army. Oh my goodness, everything getting loaded up into those Overlords. This could be a huge drop if IdrA can pull this off, although it gets intercepted by the Protoss army. He's losing those Overlords. Those Overlords are full of units. He's just losing everything. Mass drop there. That drop didn't go very far, and the force fields are just so good from MC, boxing everything in there. It's not even being able to attack MC while he can pick off the stragglers and take off the low health units here, and MC is just doing a superb job of this force field micro, just splitting IdrA's army so well. The Overlord's pooping creep out, but I don't think that's going to help IdrA in any way, as his supply is just going so far down. However, I think he's going to hold with these Hydralisks. There's repeated production of Hydralisk. So many units on the way. Look at these roaches being brought in. There are so many, and the army has actually got larger. He's going to go for his second attempt of the drop play, it looks, as he is loading everything up into the overlords. He failed the first time. Is he going to try it for his second time? These overlords just going to be pouring down here. Maybe going to take out his third base, which is only defended by 2 cannons. He'll have to be wary of those, and the observer still being able to see everything. The drop coming into the main, that's a huge drop with IdrA doing so much damage. However, the Colossus out. He has to watch out with his Hydralisk. However, this is a heavy roach composition, and more units being warped in for MC. IdrA is just doing so much damage with this attack. And as we do see, the drop in the third base of oGsMC is just going to get obliterated here. Multitasking spectacularly well is EGIdrA with his army repeatedly increasing in size. More units being warped in up here. However, he has lost the Nexus, and IdrA just doing so much damage with these multi-pronged attacks. Just more of these drops happening. This is a unique style from IdrA. I've never seen him do it before. You know, you've heard about the Startail players doing some of the drops. There's a lot of Terran players using Medivac drops a lot, but you don't really see observers and overlords and overseers being used for drops, as we are seeing in this game. That Colossus is going to be trying to pick off some roaches. I don't think he's going to get much kills to his name. The Colossus is on 0 kills, didn't kill any of those roaches. A nice blink forward by MC. He's just going to be taking down a lot of those roaches. However, Corruptors are out now, and they can take down Colossuses so easily, just like Vikings can take down Colossuses so easily. They're just so dangerous, and more units being brought in by IdrA. This 4 base action by him to the only 2 base now of MC, and there is a confrontation. Nice concave by oGsMC with the Colossus there, just picking off the Hydralisk at the back. They are light units, so they just get decimated and burnt to a crisp by those overlords, by those Colossus, I beg your pardon. They're completely different. I don't know how I got this confused. With a 5th base going down for IdrA here. His minerals are just so high he cannot use them. I would recommend IdrA to do something, because I am Master League. No, if I was IdrA in this situation, I'd probably be bringing in some Zerglings. He has got the speed upgrade. And Carapace 1 only just finishing for IdrA, as well as 7 more roaches on the way. Make that 11. And charges coming down for the Protoss player. This death ball is getting quite large though, but only 2 Colossus there. The only 2 Colossus is actually probably a good decision, because the Corruptors are out. There is 5 Corruptors over there, and it can just decimate them. The observer just seeing everything that IdrA's doing. Hasn't seen this 5th base, I don't think. And another drop coming down. These are full of roaches, both of these overlords. And he's going to be pushing out with this main force, and going to be pushing around the back with the overlords as well. So maybe it was just a distraction. No, the confrontation does begin. The overlords are going to be peering around the back, going to be taking down a pylon at least. And MC's forces are going to be split here, as the Hydralisk do just burn to those Colossus. The roaches are more focused on the Zealots, and the Colossus and Stalkers just going to be cleaning everything up here. The Colossus does eventually get taken out. However, this drop in the base of MC is just being so efficient, and that those observers, oh my goodness, those overlords are going to get taken out. 1 gets taken out, 2 gets taken out. That's not just 2 overlords he just lost. That's 2 overlords and 8 roaches, and roaches aren't cheap, even though IdrA's on 5 bases now. And MC going to be expanding to the middle gold base. Maybe he's going to try and get on par. This base did finish, and it is fully saturated, so he didn't lose too much momentum to IdrA's drop that happened there. However, IdrA just has the production ability of 5 Zerg players, not just 1. He has so many bases. Going to be denying this middle base. No, gets a great concave. IdrA in a very commanding position at the top of this. The Corruptors just destroying all the Colossus so easily. The Roach Hydra composition is doing so much damage as well from IdrA. I mean, if we do just fast forward that 1 second, I really need to get this under 15 minutes. The Roaches are just doing so much damage. The Stalkers can't handle it. There is a dwindling Stalker count, warping more in. However, the upgrade war between IdrA and MC is just clearly in IdrA's favour with the 2 attack there. Only the 2 attack for the Protoss player. However, IdrA does have the +1 Carapace as well. Pathogen Glands and 15 Hydralisks coming now, which is just going to instantly boost his forces. Those Stalkers getting trapped there, and more units from IdrA just going to be walking in down this highway, the highway to hell, as I did call it in one of my previous videos. And these Hydralisks and Roach are just going to be hanging out. They think, my buddies are going to take care of anything that MC's got, so let's just hang around here. And if he needs us, send us in. The Hydralisk DPS is just extreme against these gateway units, and the Roach is so hardy with the +1 Carapace as well. They're just going to be falling back there. And this, oh my goodness, if I look at the minimap, this unit's being made by IdrA is just an inconceivable amount. Just going to be pushing into oGsMC's base, who all he's making is Stalkers at the moment. A few yeah, that's just Stalkers. There's just a full-on Stalker composition, and the Zerglings aren't being used as a major attacking unit. They're being used as a distraction to draw fire, where the Hydralisk DPS just takes everything down. And oGsMC says, GG, well played, IdrA takes game 1. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. I've been JL, you've been watching StarCraft Vault. See you guys later.